So I'm often asked about essential oils. How do you use them and what do you actually use them for? And how can they really support my family and my family's health? And it's important to know that not all essential oils are created equal. There are vast differences in the quality of oils. So I've had essential oils in our family and our home for at least 10 or 15 years. I've always bought an essential oil here or there from a health shop or a gift shop and use it in my bath or the children's bath or put on their pillow to help with sleep. I never noticed a great difference, nothing that really bowled me over. And that all changed when I started using doTERRA oils. I started, I think, with the lavender and tea tree for my skin. I've always had a sensitive skin and a skin that's prone to eczema. I had terrible eczema in my 20s. And I started using some of the lavender and tea tree in my moisturizers, and I noticed a profound difference in how my skin was. And it really was incredibly soothing for my skin. I could nip any eczema outbreak in the bud, so it stopped the eczema from progressing if I started to see little patches developing. So I was astounded and started to do my own research and wondered why these were so much more effective, and it's all to do with the purity. And every single bottle of oil is tested rigorously, and we talk about this in our classes. I'm not going to go into it now, but the tests are available to everyone, and it's a guarantee of absolute purity that what's on the bottle is in the bottle. So when it says 100% lavender, 100% organic, 100% natural, that is actually the case, because unfortunately there's no FDA or governing body governing essential oils and checking that what's on the bottle is actually in the bottle. So many essential oils are either diluted, they have traces of fertilizers or pesticides that are used in the growing of the plants. Sometimes there are compounds that are taken out of the essential oil to make them smell nicer, or fragrances that are added to also make it smell better. So that's why the essential oils that I've certainly tried in the past weren't as effective, because they weren't the pure plant compound. And again, over years, I've done so much research on plants and plant healing and herbs. I've got books in my kitchen on the uses of a lot of herbs, but I never really found them that effective. I always wanted to. We were great vegetable gardeners and gardeners, and I've always grown a lot of herbs and therapeutic plants, but never actually known what to do with it. And suddenly with these oils I was able to treat our family. The next one that really bowled me over was On Guard, and On Guard is the protective blend. It's a combination oil of very strong antiviral and antibacterial oils. And again, I tried this when our kids started getting sick. I didn't really expect much. I just thought it might support them, but it stopped their sickness in its tracks. And within a day, they were back to full health. And again, I was astounded. And in fact, we had an example of that this week. Our helper's son came home from school with a cough and a little bit of a postnasal drip and a low-grade temperature. And she wanted to take him to the doctor, and she's got her own oils. And I said, well, let's just try and treat with the oils today and see how he is. And we did that. We treated him with the oils, and I'll tell you a little bit about what we did. And the next day, and I said, obviously, if he's getting worse, or you think he needs to see the doctor tomorrow, but he's really not severe. And by the next day, he was right as rain and feeling so much better. So that was amazing to see. And it saved her a trip to the doctor and the time off work, and it saved him. He's back at school today. So I'm just continually amazed by the effectiveness of these oils. And I use them proactively to support our health. I use a drop of lemon in water every morning to help detox my body and alkalize my body, which is so important for general health and wellness, because most of our bodies are far too acidic. I might use a drop of Zengest before going out for a big meal, or if we've got a function. If I'm going to be worried about feeling uncomfortable or bloated, I use a little bit in water, or I'll put some on my stomach. And if I am uncomfortable and bloated, I can use it reactively as well and just put some on my tummy. And it's amazing how it helps with digestion. I use things like the Deep Blue. It's a lovely blend for healing, for bruises and inflammation. I'm a physio, and again, I've never seen injuries and bruising resolve as quickly as when I use the deep blue. So we use it, it's a staple in our home. We use for all the bruising, the sort of shin splints, the sore, the growing pains and things like that. And then some of my favorite combinations are, so I use the On Guard, as I said, proactively, and I've got different rollers. So this is just On Guard with coconut oil. We use this to support our health, and our kids have that before they go to school and things like that. But if we are actually sick or getting sick, we use the Flume roller, which is a combination of oils: frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, and tea tree. And that's a really good reactive roller. It's one, again, that we used a lot with our domestic workers, little boy, to support him. So it helps with if you're already sick. Another one that I love to use is our throat spray, which has got the On Guard, tea tree, and lemon, and our whole family uses it. If you're starting to feel scratchy throat, or if we've been out and about and we want to boost our immune system, we just spray this in our mouth. And I've got a more simple version, just the On Guard, with a little bit of water and coconut oil that I use as my sanitizing spray, and our children use as their sanitizing spray. It's a very strong antiviral, and it's going to support my immune system, not necessarily strip my microbiome. Like, unfortunately, we're using so many sanitizers at the moment, and we really have to be conscious and start asking questions about what we're putting on our skins and what we're putting on our bodies. This was a huge part of my eczema journey, realizing the chemicals that were in even a lot of my creams and lotions, even the preservatives on clothes, washing powders, and I realized how much of it was being absorbed and going into our bodies. And we've now been sanitizing for 9 months, or who knows how much longer, and our children's skin and our skin is really porous, and when we're doing alcohol-based sanitizers on our skins so intensely, we really need to wonder what we're doing to our microbiome. But that's a whole side thing. Anyway, so I use the On Guard whenever I'm out and about and shopping. Our kids use it at school. And then we've got things like the skin and skin and wound spray. This is incredible. It's got lavender, tea tree, and frankincense. I use it. Our boys skateboard a lot. We have constant roasties, constant wounds. I use that to promote the healing and to keep it sanitized and clean, without destroying their body's own microbiome. It's amazing for sunburn. It's my go-to. I take that and my throat spray are huge supports, and the Flume for our first aid kit. So that's that. And then of course my favorite Calm roller, which I use. It's such a lovely anxiety and stress blend. I use it like a perfume, and it's one of my favorite to use. Our kids have it. They use it before tests and exams and things like that. So you can see that we use these oils for all sorts of different things. We go into it far more when we teach classes, and I hope that you might join a class. It looks complicated, but the whole job for us as wellness advocates is to teach you how to use your oils. We actually gift you the spray bottle, rollers, fractionated coconut oil, so that you can actually get going with your oils. We can make this from day one, teach you how to make these first things, and then look at what works for your family specifically, what you need to focus on for your family, and how we would support that. So I hope you'll join us for a more in-depth class sometime, and I hope that you'll enjoy your essential oil journey and find it as empowering as I have. It's been the best thing that we've done for our family and our family's health. And as a mum, I feel like I really am a healer in our home, but I also feel that our children are really empowered to know how to heal themselves. They know where to go when they're needing things, when they need to support themselves, when they're feeling stressed, or when they can't sleep, when they've got bruises, things like that. Thanks for watching.